Hi, I'm Kat Liddell, and we're here after the awards ceremony at the 2026 Wild Rivers Film Festival. And I'm here with a very special person, the president of the Wild Rivers Film Festival, Bev Juday. Hey, Bev, it's been a wonderful weekend, and it's part of the reason it's possible is because of the commitment of people like you. And I want to know, you've been around since the beginning with this film festival. How have you noticed this film festival change from just starting it all those years ago, about 4 years ago, to now? Like, what have you noticed?
I've noticed dramatic differences year over year. Our first year, you were on the board with me too.
Yes, yeah.
We really didn't know what we were doing. And we kind of went out on a limb, a leap of faith. Dan Springen came in and he told us how to do a film festival, but we had never done one. So we looked at each other and we believed we could do it. So we did, right? And we had no idea what we were doing great and what maybe we would want to do different, except by trial and error. After that first year, I think we learned a tremendous amount. And we honestly thought that people could watch how it was done year one and that they would be able to do it year two. That didn't happen so much. So we found that we had to rely heavily on Dan, and he imported people to help us. So by year three, we kind of wised up. And we said, you know what, we need a little more training ahead of time. And by then, we had already witnessed some things, so we were writing it down. And we were saying, well, Dan does this and this and this, and we want to do it. So we were trying to figure out how Dan does that. And somehow we did it. We figured it out, and we started doing more and more. And I like to kind of use an example, because as we moved here into year 4, we grew by leaps and bounds between year 2 to year 3 and now year 4. It was a huge growth for us with what we understood, what it took to bring this to the public, and what it meant to the filmmakers when we did it right. So I say it's a completely different perspective that we had from that initial start to what we have today. It is a lot of hard work. And you don't get to just stop and then start maybe a month before August. You have to work at this all year round. And one of the things that initially started, because our founder, Sue, right, is just incredible at looking at how does she give back to the community. And I didn't always understand how that worked. I get it now.
One thing I'm really curious to know, since you've been here all 4 years of the festival, this year, which I've heard around the festival has been a landmark year for growth. What is one of the highlights of this year's festival in terms of growth for this organization?
Well, I would say one of the big areas of growth was how we interacted with filmmakers this year. We reached out to them as soon as their film was selected, and we gave them information not only about our community, but about our festival and how it works, and who they could talk to if there were questions. We told them about all the other opportunities. Yes, your film is going to play here, but while you're here, we'd like to take advantage of interviewing you on a podcast with KCIW, and we wanted to film them in Q&A, and we also wanted to offer them an opportunity to network with other directors and other filmmakers. So we offered 3 classes. Actually, 3 every day from 10 until 2. And we filmed those classes. So all of this is just, it's building blocks for education and for opportunities to highlight what people do.
Well, Bev, it is the dedication of people like you and Sue and the people who've been here since the beginning that are the reason that the festival has grown to the point that it is today. So we thank you so much for your continued dedication. And we just so much thank you for your leadership in this festival. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Kat.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.